In the heart of the Philippines, where the sun always shines, there's a tale of resilience in the midst of hard times. George and Heidi with courage in their stride, facing down the critics with nothing to hide. Oh, George and Heidi, shining bright in the face.
Like I said, as soon as somebody's looking for a young Asian guy, you're out of here.
What if it's me looking?
Well, then you take care of yourself and then pay me 1,000.
What? All right. So again, this is now first off again. The other comments were kind of against Andy. Now this time it's against regular guy. Illuminar says a nervous guy. The reason why he said that is because he's not here. Again, but be aware he is traveling
And just
and he's
be
going to
way
these
well in advance.
places where are kind of questionable. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying that question when I say questionable, I'm talking about
Hey,
infrastructure
Sunshine,
wise.
why don't you come on here and tell us what you think about
Oh
regular
damn.
guy?
Bila says he will not because he's scared of confrontation.
Which
Wow.
one? Who's scared of confrontation?
Oh, Calvin. Hey, Calvin. How you doing?
Hey, Snap.
Y'all work too hard for people not to support. Oh, thanks so much, Calvin. Appreciate you,
It's
man.
like, why don't you
Hello?
ask her what you would
Hi,
actually
Scott.
do? Hi, Scott.
Yeah, it's
Hi.
regular guy, guys.
I'm here.
Yep.
All right. Regular guy's here. Where's Andy? Andy, where you at, man?
Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna wait for
you know,
for
we
the
don't need-
series of 6, man.
I mean, look, Andy is probably eating dinner. He's doing his thing, right? I just wanted to say that, the worst thing you can do in response is to, fight anger with anger. And you both end up just going down. So, I believe in the art of fighting without fighting. And that is, someone's angry at you and you love them back. And that is the best way to sort of settle this whole thing.
So, are you saying you love you love Andy? What? That's what he said.
Now he's saying Aikido. Go with the flow.
Right.
Anyway, I mean, there's nothing I can do. He's going to say what he says, but what am I going to do in response?
Well,
Right?
I agree 100%. A lot of people have been supporting, and the comments had come in that it's absolutely wrong that he had posted, your family's photos. It's, to a lot of people, that's just going a little far and why to
It
involve
is.
them.
It is going too far, but what am I supposed to do about it? Right? I mean, okay, should I get his address, hunt him down? End his life. Go to. I'm not going to. I'm not going to go down that pathway. Right? So
Right.
just
And
there's really nothing you can do in response. Right? So I said at one time, troll me, Andy, troll me. Right? I said it on a live stream. Right?
right.
But I mean, look. I mean, if I said that to George, George is a normal guy, right? So if I said that to George,
Right.
are you going to go after me, right, George? You're a normal guy, right? So
Yeah.
there's some people going to do that. There's some people not going to do that. Okay.
Right.
So he's the kind of guy, he's going to do that. And we have to let nature take its course because, Andy was created by God. God created Andy just the way he is. So we have to love Andy the way he is.
Wow.
And that's actually what he does. And for a lot of people that have to realize this happens a lot where other channels really go after other channels. And most of them take the higher road by, they don't report them. It's part of the game. You don't turn other YouTubers in. And a lot of them do live by that code. There is a code of, we're all supposed to, have some sort of courtesy. And sometimes it breaks apart and everything. But it's, it's you taking the higher road on that for sure. We get, since we started with me being a female expat, I've been threatened several times. And it's like, please do, go ahead. I'm not going to go after nobody. Some of them I know the area that they're at. And it's like, I talked about you have one leg to stand on here and you don't want to like make it all shaky and wobbly when you're already in another foreign country. So there are, there's just a life to live. And it's like, you just don't have time for that. So, yeah.
Well, actually, I'm actually again like Alex Bumban. It's not that simple. Why doesn't Scotty just block Andy and get it over with? It's not that
Well,
simple.
yeah, not as simple just to block. That'd be like somebody coming on like for your channel and saying things about your parents and your personal life and who you date and the things that are being said about different vloggers. And it's okay, but after a while, Scotty has a strong following. So if anything, it'll just make his channel stronger. And then it is still, you just don't need those, YouTube can be a little tricky at sometimes. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing about some other things, like there was something brand new that just came out, another vlogger the other day, and I'm like, we know the person, and none of it was true. But they'll put those things out there, and it's just, none
Yeah.
of it was true. They said he lived in a different area. They said, it's just, I was like, wow, nothing was right about it at all. So
Hey,
we
Scotty,
know.
I do have a question for you, and it's nothing serious, and you don't have to answer it because, again, I'm not like that. I'm just curious because I love the way you travel. Okay. And I'm asking, where you at now? Because I'm just curious. I'm like kind of giddy curious. Like, oh, where's he at now? Where you at now, Scotty?
Surigao City.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
nice,
sweet.
nice, nice. See, that's what I mean. That then, and guys, again, we have regular guy Scotty again grabbing life by the balls, which again I really admire. I love it that he just goes out there and lives life to the fullest, and he does. That's it. I mean, I wish I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And some of you do wish you can, and you can. You can do that. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody, you know, regardless of whether they're against you or not, do what you want. Because guess what? Somebody's gonna go against you no matter what. Whether you're right or wrong, somebody's gonna go
Mhm.
against you.
Yep, it doesn't matter.
Why don't you put out the link one more time? Give Andy one more
I'll
one
give him
more
another chance. Babe.
to
That's what he said.
come on.
Give
What's
him
up?
the link. Yeah, Michael Johnson says I love it. Also, Charles
So let
Transini
me ask
says
you guys a
just like
question.
him.
What
Oh,
did you
hey,
think?
Ted, how you doing? Ted, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
What's
Yes,
that?
yes, we hear you loud
I
and
just
clear.
wonder, what did you see Andy's part one?
Yeah, I seen that. I
Okay, so
did see
what's
that.
your reply?
Like I said, I still think it's wrong on the parent part being put up, and it looks like if I only watched it once, of course, and it just sounded like he was talking about your manhood and young girls being put on the spot, and you offering milk tea to the young girls, and even George said at that point, he said, even George has done that here, but it doesn't make it improper. It's really hard to determine what a girl's age is here because it really is. It really actually is. And nobody has IDs on these girls. You're just walking down the street. And I know at one point I said, it's kind of strange how you had focused in on them, but it's not for, it is and it isn't. But I don't think that makes them underage.
Well, now in all fairness, guys, okay, I say this
And you
really.
can't control who's on the
In
street.
all fairness, be aware that I'm not condemning Scotty here. Okay, I'm not. But I also say what I do. I'm not talking about what Scotty does. When I go out in the Philippines, obviously, and talk to people, I offer them stuff, I give them stuff, whatever.
Hmm.
I even say explicitly, do not do what I do because they may misconstrue what you're doing. You may be doing an act of kindness, but somebody else in a different lens will say, "Oh, look at that guy, he's taking advantage. Oh, look at that guy." Remember those kids? I took them for the ride on the Each Ride, right? Anybody who doesn't have the right mind can say, "Oh, look at that guy, he's kidnapping them." But that's not my intention. That's what I'm saying. Don't do what I do. Now, Scotty is doing things to be nice, but in other people's lenses, it may be wrong. And that's what I'm getting at.
Or maybe it's kind of like for me, Scotty. The only thing that I keep people pick on me right now for is my size, because that's all they got. And then they pick on my old careers that were from the 90s. And it's like that's all they have. So I mean, maybe he loves you that much that he's doing like a piece on you. But I mean, I don't know. I say bring the proof. So
I'll bring the receipts.
yeah,
Well, I just
that's
want
what.
to.
Yeah.
There's some comment here. What was it? This is sort of a comment thing. It says Brian Thomas says regular guy is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, sweet talker but dodgy as hell. So, but what do you mean by this? I mean, I got a lot of these kind of vague comments. This sort of. But what do you mean? I mean, Brian, if you could sort of elaborate on what your comment meant.
Maybe they're
Um,
saying you
I'd like to
look
know.
like a regular guy, but you're actually, I've actually seen where people have mentioned you're a creep, is comments that have come through in the past. And that's
AKA ulterior motives.
right.
Right. Okay. So creep. Okay. So why am I a creep though?
Maybe they're jealous that I mean, let me just be honest on what I'm seeing. Okay, don't take no offense. This regular guy is a decent looking guy. Okay. So maybe they're just jealous of you being a younger guy that's getting the attention. I don't know.
Actually, that's a good point.
I
That is a good.
mean, To be honest, and George knows this, I just see a lot of old expat dudes doing these vlogs that are in major age gap relationships that are over 50, 60, 70 that are dating these women. And there's a lot more competition coming into the Philippines. Maybe you're a triple threat. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, tell us.
Brian,
I mean, I'll tell you right
He
now,
said,
Tim K is no triple threat. I mean,
this is Brian's response. Nah,
he
he's
said,
sus as hell.
again, Brian,
Yeah,
what do you
Brian,
mean?
yes.
Okay, you first said, I am, what was it? You said something.
Says wolf in
we
sheep's
talked-
clothing.
dodgy. Okay, so basically you said I'm dodgy. Okay, so I said, what? I said, Brian, can you elaborate on this? Can you elaborate on why I'm dodgy? And he says, basically, you're sus as hell. Okay, suspect. Okay, what do you mean? Like, why are you? I got a question for you, Brian. Why do you insist on being so vague? Why can't you just make a specific accusation or a
yeah,
specific
exactly
statement
what
about?
you guys are. Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, what are you trying to say?
I got a question. What does it mean, George? You're a Filipino. When like a high school girl, junior high school, when she says "daddy," right? You're walking down the street, the girls say "daddy" or "hi, daddy" or something. What does this "daddy" mean?
Do they call you tatai
No,
No,
they
it's
actually say
actually
daddy.
or
yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, you don't know it? Yeah, I don't know either.
they
And
don't
I've
say
asked
it
some
Filipino?
people.
What's the word for daddy? Tatai.
No, well, they don't usually say daddy. They
It's
usually say
always daddy.
tatai. Tatai means it's a sign of
No, it means
Father.
respect.
father.
But when they
But
say daddy, I may have to go deeper, as in what's the context. Um, Basically, in our culture, for example, if I meet a fellow woman, I call her sister. Kind of like, India. They
Mhm.
say uncle, uncle, uncle. Same thing.
To everybody,
To
yeah.
everybody.
They
We
call George
call
tatai
older
sometimes.
people uncle, or we say daddy, but not the words daddy. Again, probably the context may mean that they're just showing a sign of respect, but it's kind of also be aware that here's the thing: when somebody calls me that, I get offended because that means I'm old.
He does get called that with him. Yeah,
if they
George
call me,
is in
if
his
they call
late
me
40s.
brother, I'm like, yeah. If they say, hey, dad, I'm like, fuck, yeah.
So, but the words are exactly daddy, huh? Yeah, it probably wouldn't be the same as the US. It's probably more of a sign of
It's a
respect
sign
or
of
seeing
respect,
you
but
as an
also remember
older.
that's how they see it. Like, oh damn, he's old.
Yeah, sorry, Scotty.
wow,
They
they're
think I'm hey,
teenagers.
they
I'm
think I'm
45.
George's
I
mother.
know. Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Um,
it. I hate it when they call me that because they do. Or uncle. If they call me uncle, I'm like, God damn it. You know,
you're not
it
18
shows my
anymore,
age.
George.
Yeah.
Because the girls, when they say it, they're teenagers. So when they say "daddy," "hi, daddy," or something like this, uh, I don't know what it's sort of like something cute that they say. Like I just can't understand what they're trying to mean by "daddy," but they say it to other guys I know too. They get it too, especially in these smaller towns. But yeah, it happened there in Tacloban. It was on video. They kept saying
Yeah.
"daddy." It was on video. It was behind me. They weren't on video when they said it. But anyway, I've never gotten a good response, a good reply to this question.
Right.
Huh.
But yeah, again, like I said, just I guess take it. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. That's how they see you. That's how they see you. I
I was
mean,
hoping you'd give. I was hoping
as a
you'd give it.
guy, again, to me, I'm like, dang it, my age is showing. Chosen one says Team Scott. Oh, he's rooting for you, Scotty. Team Scotty. Andy was born a troll and looks like one. George, when I return, he's in Thailand right now. I need you to help start my YouTube channel. Probably 2 days. I will contact later. There you go. Oh, there
Very
you
nice.
go. Michael Onsad's rooting for you too. Michael Onsad, again, for all your
The
insurance
insurance
needs.
guy.
Michael Onsad's the guy to go to. Remember that, Scotty? Michael
Michael,
Yeah,
Onsad.
he really is.
all right,
Regular guy is a special personality.
Scotty, you're
much
special.
appreciated. Very
You're
nice.
special like me. That's true.
Where's Andy? Andy, man, where are you at? I mean, come on, man. Just
Yeah, I mean, we let him know about the same time that we talked to you, and but like I said, had to do it through the comments and through his comments because there is no other contact form for us. And he came in early, a little bit before the live, saying he was waiting for that. But then, of course, we heard somebody else say, "Let me go check something on his." What other
yeah. See,
comments you
Mike
got?
Ross. Mike Ross has been in the Philippines a while, actually. I can tell because of his most of his previous responses. Mike Ross says they're either flirting or calling you old. Not a sign of respect, in my opinion. No, it. Well, that's where I disagree. I think it is a sign of respect. It's kind of like sir, ma'am, madam. Actually, Heidi gets called madam nonstop. It's
I'm gonna
kind of
let you know in this town he's a baby.
does it annoy you? Everybody calls you madam.
Well, I mean that's kind of normal. Like I said, they think I'm 65 or something. But
No, they
it's
do. They think she's older than me. Well,
yeah.
she is, but by 3 years. I mean, come
Mhm.
on.
Yeah, I don't see that he's posting anything else. So
So what about this guy here? Oh, let's get Teddy Boy, Ted Denkins. Did he get him up?
Who?
Ted?
Ted Denkins. Well, he gave you a super chat. Respect him.
Oh, Ted. Where's it? Where's?
Teddy Boy,
Oh,
right
Ted
there.
just did it. Ted. Hey, Ted. How you doing? Ted is in
Hi,
California.
Ted. Yeah,
Ted says,
Ted's one of our
let's
regulars.
let's get ready to rumble. Go get him, Scotty. All right,
Get him,
Ted.
Scotty.
There you go,
Thanks,
Ted.
Teddy Boy.
Ted.
Ted
Hey, and
Denkins.
just below that, just facts. Can you put him up?
Okay. Just facts. Let's see. Yeah, just facts. I think he's on against you or something. Let's see. Where's that at? There it is. Just facts says, regular guy, your time is coming. If you continue with the weird videos. Okay. So what's your
Yeah.
response to that?
Well, again, they're all of them are very vague. Okay, so my time is coming. So what do you mean? You're going to kill me? Is this what you mean? So what do you mean? Tell me what you mean. I get a lot of these very vague comments. I said, well, what about the video is creepy? Was it when I was checking into the hotel? Was that the creepy part? And they said, no, the little girls. I said, well, what little girls? Okay, well, where? Just put a time point on it. Oh, them? Well, they're like 17. And I walked right past them and said, hello. Well, what am I asking them on a date or something? Right. So they misconstrued a hello to a girl
Well,
as,
hey,
yes, go ahead.
Scotty, I remember when, and this is just through the grapevine, and I didn't get to see it, where it said that when you were on Walking Street, there was some young girls, and it was late at night when you were doing a live stream, and then I'm thinking, what are they even doing down there? If they were underage in that area or something, if they even were, and I mean, people don't check IDs when they're out and about and everything, and you didn't take them home, so I don't. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like I said, I'm not condoning when bad things happen with the young girls and situations, but a lot of people got to understand that half those bar owners are hiring these underage girls and they're floating down there. You can't control the flow, and you wonder what they're even doing down there to begin with. And it doesn't mean you were like involved. You weren't sucking face with them. So I had heard that before, and that's kind of my response on that part is people just have no idea that it's, you know, see what I mean? That they're down there. What are they doing down there late anyways?
Well,
Or
actually, Philippines bitchin life, which is kind of ironic. The type, great name by the way. Philippines bitchin life. Actually, this is actually a good point. Philippines bitchin life says anybody with a negative comment about little girls are reflecting their thoughts onto Scott. That means they're projecting. What it means is, for
Exactly.
example, when I took those two kids on my e-trike and drove them around and bought them candy and snacks. If you're a bad person, you'll think, "Oh my gosh,
bad
look at that
thoughts.
guy. He's
True.
taking those kids. He's kidnapping them." Where a good person is, "Oh yeah, he's just gonna take them for a ride. No big deal."
Right.
You hit
Which
the
most
nail on
of
the head here, George.
Yeah, so that's
I
what
made reference to that in my last video.
that's a very good point.
yeah.
Like again,
George,
offering
let me
somebody
say
milk
something.
tea doesn't mean you're offering them milk. You know what I'm saying? No,
You got to
doesn't
put
mean the
George.
same
Let me
thing.
say something. Look, if somebody hates gay people, okay, it's a defense mechanism because they themselves think they're gay and they're so frightened that other people are going to realize they're gay.
That they
So they
are.
put out this defense mechanism of I hate gays, so that now
Hmm.
everyone's going to really believe that I'm not gay because normal people like George or myself or Heidi, we don't mind gays.
Nope.
We're comfortable in our sexuality. We don't mind gays. People who are watching, they don't mind gays. It's the
Yeah.
people. So it's the same thing when it comes to peds. Okay, the closet peds are the ones who you can't even walk by a girl under 18 without them saying, "Oh my God, he walked by her. Oh my God, the camera was on her."
I would have to agree with that. The psychology covers that. Yes. It's kind of crazy.
Alistair says Scotty 1,
Just
Andy
wait a
0
minute.
weak.
Just facts. Just sorry, man. Just facts. Why don't you come on and debate me? He's making a
Oh,
lot of accusations
yeah,
in
where's
the
just
chat.
facts? What do you say
chat.
now?
So you're very strong with the keyboard. But what if you come on here and you have to actually use your voice?
Huh. Okay, just facts. There you go. The link is right there. Scotty says it's okay for you to hop on board.
Yeah, see,
Hit the link.
I mean, honestly, if we're all looking for that, we can find that in all the vloggers.
Yeah, see, Travel Trend says just facts. Go up, bro.
And at some point or another, you're going to find that, but it doesn't mean that it's true. So
Chosen one says Andy's here. Where? Where's Andy? I don't see
he
him.
was here earlier.
Well, way earlier.
Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
There he is. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Andy. Were you okay? Oh, he's asking for the link.
Yeah, I already put it in there.
All right.
Yeah, it's sent. I've entered it like 3 or 4
Yeah.
times. It's
There it is. It's right above this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've dropped it a couple times. Usually I pin it. For some reason, it's not pinning. I dropped my tablet a few times.
Okay, there. No, is that you, Andy? Andy, if that's you, put in your name that you have on the live, so we know it's you.
No, I don't. I think that's.
Yeah, see, there's a bunch of other people on the in the green room, as
Yeah,
it were.
usually he comes in and he would have to show his face. You can show your face for a second.
Oh, okay. He says yes. That's him. That's what he says.
We need to see your face. We're not bringing people in. Show us your
Okay,
face.
just show it to us. Only we can see it right now.
Well, Scotty can see it.
No, you can't.
Oh, he can't see
You
before
can't see
we
that.
throw somebody. Okay, I
You
didn't
can't
know
see the
that.
green room.
Okay, so then
No,
we
I
can only.
can't
See.
see it.
Or Andy, if that's you, show us your face, because to verify it is you. Because again, only we can see you right now. Well, that was too fast. If that was you, because that was it. I mean, I don't think it's him.
He wouldn't come under that.
My cam is in the other room. Hear my voice. Okay, well, I guess we can put him up, and then we can tell it's Andy Omar or not. I mean, his voice is very distinct. I mean, all right, we're gonna put up alleged Andy Omar again.
Well, why would his camera not be working all of a sudden?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Just put
either
him up
way,
on
his
the
voice is his
screen.
voice. Let's see. All right, we're gonna put him up, and we'll be able to determine if it's him or not.
And understand what we'll be doing is each person will get the actual 2 minutes, and the other person will be muted. Scotty, Beings, you've been like saying your piece. I guess I will let him come on. That's what I'm trying to do now.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, let's see. All right, Andy, I'm gonna put you up. If it is you, obviously we'll recognize your voice or not. I mean, it's very distinct. All right, here we go.
All right. So.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it is. It is Andy. Hey, Andy, how you doing, man?
How you doing? I'm doing great. Yeah, I just had to come in back home and everything because like my friend's sending me a message like, it's a live stream, and then I put the message out there that I couldn't come in, so I was like, all right, so coming in home and yeah, I'm over here.
Gotcha. So.
And then here for I don't know 40 minutes or something, and then after that I go back to drinking. So cool.
All right.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Come on, guys. Like, really, like, if you guys are gonna do a live stream, like, could it be like on a Wednesday night or something? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
No, I gotcha. Yeah, we got the request and said we'd run it for the next 3 days. So have you heard Scotty trying to make his piece and discuss
Kinda
again
like
his
that.
mother and all of this? So.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just say this. Like, you're asking Andy Omar to troll you. That's the thing. Like, what's gonna happen. You're not asking someone like Heidi, right? Like that, you already know the reputation that I have, and then you're trying to tell me, like troll me and all that. Like, come on. Like, it's Andy Omar. You already, like you already know what you're gonna get. I'm just, yeah. What else?
You still got 30 seconds.
Yeah, what else? The high road thing, I think it's a little bit fake. It's a little manipulative tactic. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty good. Like I said before, I did praise him for his diffusing. He has a good ability to diffuse situations and all that. He does have and I even give him kudos for that on a live stream. But it is a bit sus. with
Okay,
the
so
diffusion tactic. Yeah.
okay, so we're gonna let him in. So 1 second.
All right. All right, Scotty, you have the room.
Yeah, Andy. I mean, I did send a live stream. Troll me, Andy. Troll me. But it was. Yeah, Andy, you're drinking right now. You know what happens when you drink sometimes? Sometimes you just say something that you're kicking yourself after. Why did I say that? But if it's out there, it's out there. The thing is, it's out there on YouTube. It wasn't a private conversation between some people, right? And it is what it is. So I said what I said. Do I regret it? Yes, I am sorry I said that, Andy. Not that that's going to diffuse the situation or anything. I get it. Look, you're going to do what you do. Regarding my mother on your profile picture, look, Andy, I mean, look, I just want to say that, even if I had a picture of your mother, okay, I would not do that to her. I would not do that to you, okay? So it's a bit low, but there's nothing I can do about it. And there's nothing I will do about it, okay? But I just want you to know, man to man. I mean, not that I'm not asking you to take it down. I'm not asking you to change whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, there's the mother thing, and then there's the troll thing. I wanted to apologize to you for saying that. Okay, I did not want anything bad to come out of it. I was, basically, I'm just going to repeat myself if I keep talking. So, my 2 minutes is up.
Okay, and what about you still got 30 seconds. What about the accusation where it seems like he's pointing at you being with young girls?
Yeah, well, I think, look, there's this big difference between, walk past a girl, you say hello, and people say, you shouldn't be confronting girls. You know what I'm saying? But there's this difference between, like, what's the big deal? A lot of people do it. I mean, George was in the tricycle with a bunch of or a couple. I mean, there's just normal people don't see it in a bad light. So that's all. I mean, to me, it's no big deal. I'm in Surigao City right now. I mean, it's I see some people. They say hello. I don't care if it's a grandfather. I don't care if it's a mother. I don't care what. It's just if someone says hello, if someone's giggly, I'll smile. If someone says hello, I'll smile. And that's just sort of what's being misconstrued here, as far as I see it. But if Andy has more to say on it, I mean, I could elaborate on it. But as I see it, I don't see what Andy sees.
Okay, we'll go ahead and give the floor to Andy.
Oh wait, Andy. Oh, there it is. Wait. No,
Okay. Yeah.
he
First,
got disconnected. Yeah, sorry.
funny that I'm being called a troll by a bunch of guys who don't even have their faces on there.
Oh, the comments. Yeah.
My face. It's funny. Okay. Second of all, well, okay, alcohol wouldn't be an excuse. I think you were only drinking like 2 beers and a few wines. It's not even it's not even that much. So I mean, I get it. Yeah, you probably said something that you were in the mood, and sometimes I understand that your audience does egg you on. Just like right now, they are egging you on like crazy, and they are triggering me, like in a way that's funny. It's like, for example, like I'm like, damn, I really need to make another video. like I see these comments. I'm like, damn, I gotta put this on a video now. So it's hilarious. That's one thing that your audience will be the one that's gonna probably destroy your channel, not me. I'm probably the I'm the guy, the demon that not the demon that you don't know. With the mother thing, again, Sandy Omar. With the girl thing, I'm not saying that you completely do that 100%. I would just say like 15% of the time. I mean, I've seen that short, and then you took it down with the two girls in the Fields Avenue. You were holding one, and then one in one arm and the other in the other arm. And I guess you guys were recording, and then like for 15 seconds, and then you took it down. You had it up for like around 6-7 hours, and you took it down. And you only did 5 shorts. So, then the problem I have is the one where it's more of the women, that it's very disrespectful. I know that you mentioned sometimes that, yeah, you're raw dogging it and all this kind of stuff, but like if I don't do it, if I'm an asshole and if I'm a troll and I'm not out there soliciting in camera, putting these girls out there on the camera and stuff, like not I'm not there telling them how much, and then oh, I'm having a conversation with my mother. You know, And then the girls, there's like two girls right there, and the girl looked helpless and stuff. And I understand that she needed to make some money. So it's mainly the women that I'm not saying the young women, but the women that are of age. That's the one. Like, it's pretty disrespectful that he just is. I know there's a lot of videos that people make walking videos. I get it, it's cool. But when you specifically zoom at unsuspecting women, I'm not saying little girls, I'm just saying suspecting women, then it does make it creepy. You
Okay,
understand?
we're gonna call time
Sorry,
on
what was
that
that?
because we'll keep it closer to
Yes.
3 minutes. Being
Yeah,
this
sorry.
okay, we're gonna let Scotty in. Thanks, Andy. Hey, Scotty.
No, I just want to. I don't know how to respond to that, but I mean, I just want to make my peace. I mean, look, I understand. Like there's a saying, you got to let nature take its course, right? You gotta follow your heart. So if what's the vids are coming out, and I know Andy is not a fan of. He doesn't really like the vids. He doesn't like how I um, correspond with whoever on the videos, and a lot of people don't. So it's Andy, and a lot of people feel the same way Andy does. So they will enjoy the vids that Andy makes. Is basically he will watch a vid and commentates. He talked to this girl, he talked to that girl. So I mean, I watched it, I enjoyed it, and gotta say, kudos to Andy. I mean, I really, really enjoyed, the Freak Rike thing, the flippy hands thing. I gotta say, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it wasn't me; it was someone else.
He's he's entertaining. Yes.
Yeah, and the thing is, mm, it's what was I gonna say? But sorry, because I'm reading the comments as I'm talking, so it's a bit distracting. Sorry about that.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, I just want to, we just got to let nature take its course. And I mean, look, if there's one thing I would say to Andy, it would say to not use my mother's. Not he put a Hitler mustache on my mother. Okay, so if he's going to use my mother, that's one thing, but the Hitler mustache is another thing. But also, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm also aware of that. But I don't know. I just want to, let nature take its course. I mean, that's all we can do.
All right, we'll let him back in. Hey,
Okay.
Andy.
Yeah, hi. I'm just a father, so eventually my kid's gonna grow up and stuff like that. And I am, before, when I wasn't a father, I was more of an a-hole. Would you believe that?
I
um,
remember those days. No, just kidding.
no, this was way before, like over
No.
8 years ago, because my son is 8 years ago. But I have
Oh, okay.
changed
We're
for
talking
the
way
better.
back. Yeah.
I changed for the
Yeah.
better.
No, I know. I'm just joking because I know what I was like before I had kids. So
Yeah, this is before YouTube. So I guess I've gotten more protective over it, and yeah, my emotions do get in the way. Of course, that's gonna be natural. And you know, if somebody offers my son milk tea, um, and he's like 16 or something, of course I would get really pissed. I don't care what's the intention, because that's fucking weird. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not trying to bust his balls on it. Maybe he did mean it in a good way, but I'm just saying my thing. Um, I'll just be a good guy for once and put another picture in there, just for giving you a freebie. Is that cool, Finnerman? All right.
let Scott in for a second. Scott, we're gonna let you in at the same time. Scott.
Okay. Is it my connection or Andy's connection? It was hard to understand.
Well, you're both in there at the same time right now.
I know that, but
Okay.
he was just talking, and a lot of
Yeah.
it was cutting out. Can you summarize what was just said?
No, I'm just saying that, as a father, I do get emotional about that kind of stuff. And, you know, if something, there was somebody offered it to my son, then yeah, that's how I would react. Just simple as that. It's not that specifically aimed at you, but, my videos are mainly in my personal experience, like that's
Okay.
something what I would do
Let me.
as a father. Um,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I'm not trying to say that you're doing it out of, maybe you meant it as a good intention, like you were just being a good guy, and hey, here you go. You girls want some milk tea, cool, but as I said, as a freebie, I said I'll just change the profile, I guess, picture, whatever, and yeah, if that's cool with you, Finnerman, like
You can use George's.
Okay, Andy,
nah,
You can use mine.
let me ask Andy a
that
question.
is tempting.
Oh,
That is
I,
tempting, Heidi. Like, are you sure? Because then I don't want another Scotty thing happening again. Like,
you don't want to be the inspiration of my next T-shirt. Razor blades and lemons. Okay, brought to you by Heidi.
Okay.
See, that's what started the whole Scotty thing, and now you're like, oh yeah, you can put my my picture there.
Right.
I got a question.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Andy, tell me a request for my own future vids, okay? So I know Andy speaks for a lot of people, okay? So it's Andy. If Andy says something, it is, it's 1,000, it's 5,000 people talking here. So Andy, what's your request? So I will take a request towards my future vids. So I just wonder, what is your request, Andy? If you could sort of summarize it in one sentence.
Okay, like I usually find you entertaining. Sometimes the BS stories, they're okay, but I'm not
Okay.
busting your balls on that one. I'm just saying that for me, I know there's a lot of guys that like it, so it's cool. The zooming in on the women and then the soliciting thing during the live streams, that is really sus. And it's not just me that I'm just telling you right now. It's a lot of people that have told you about it. So I basically have the same request as everybody else that called you out and on it. Just be more respectful towards the women and like on camera. I mean, you could do whatever you want off camera. Hey, that's your thing. But like the only reason why I only put stuff about is because you put it online. Like whatever you don't put online, I'm not gonna put it. Like there is photo, there is like your parents and stuff like. But I'm not gonna put those other pictures there. Like for what? You get it? Like I just only put the things that you put in there. So you get it, right? Like I are you there?
I get it, but there's so much cutting; it's hard to actually understand. I'm trying to understand with what I hear. Heidi and George, can you hear him clearly?
Yes, we can.
Oh shoot, sorry, because I'm in a hotel. I don't know what the speed is here.
Scotty, did you pay 300 pesos for that room again?
Heidi,
Um,
you know my
no,
budget.
we were saying how bad the internet is. It really is. Not as bad as Mexico, but it's bad.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know
Philippine
because I can
internet is
hear you
dodgy.
guys
Yes.
clearly, but with Andy, it's cutting out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I as I said, what did I say again? Sorry, my old age.
Damn, then I
My
must be super
request
sorry,
is
man.
just stop disrespecting the girls online. Like I know that you do it for the camera. Some subscribers like it, but even a guy like me that lives in Angeles City, and I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm a
Andy,
troll and
Andy,
all this, but
Andy,
even
can I cut in
I
here?
don't. Like you get it right. Even I don't put those type of images online. Like I mean, on public.
It's my I'm getting comments. I'm cutting in and out. It's my connection. Heidi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask because I prefer to deal in specifics so we can actually make progress here. So Andy, question. Okay, when I am walking down in like the downtown area, for example, okay, and a girl looks at me, okay, so I sort of slow it down. I sort of pause that moment where the girl's looking up at me. Is this be specific? Is this offensive or is it something else that's offensive?
Well, yeah, some of them do kind of look a little bit younger on the younger side, but it is kind of disrespectful when they look up at you and yeah, you're like because they don't even know they're on the video, right?
We lose everybody. Can you hear me, Andy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. No, we'd heard some comments about that too. Probably just not him, but we'd heard it about others about the girls being focused on walking street and in other areas. So not always by a regular guy, but that was the issue I semi had with the Muslim one, was just her modesty and everything else. But it's
Yeah, and be aware again, out of respect of both of our guests here, Scotty Boy again, who grabs life itself by his nuts. We also have Andy that grabs your nuts by his hand. Just saying. You have to respect that. I mean that type of aggressiveness and perseverance is special. What I'm saying is you have to respect him for that. Again, I have to respect him for that. Sometimes I wish I'm that kind of guy, but unfortunately I'm not built that way. But you have to respect both sides.
I am.
Heidi is the one that will grab you by the nuts too, just so you guys know. But anyway,
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna meet you.
Hey Scotty, why don't you do a video zooming in on me? Walking
idea.
I
through
know,
the
right? You need a whole panorama shot.
right, right. It's like go zoom in.
I'm joking. I'm
Hey, they might
joking.
actually get to see some real breastises.
There you go.
Talk about the truth, the biggest in town. Literally.
Just sell it by the pound.
Okay, guys,
Right?
Damn, bro.
I'm gonna cut things short a bit here. Okay,
Okay, Scotty.
and I'll still be in the chat room, but I'm just gonna be off the video thing.
Gotcha.
Okay,
All right,
adios.
thank you,
Thank
Scotty.
you,
We'll see
Scotty. I
you in the
appreciate it so
chat.
much.
All right, adios.
Yeah, and again, guys, be aware that again, Scotty did give us some advance warning that the place where he's at is questionable as far as the internet goes. He is traveling, and hotel Wi-Fi just sucks. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, when me and Heidi were in quarantine, I played video games. I barely watched anything because the internet sucks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so that's my only thing. It's just, I guess he's gonna listen to it now that, less bandwidth is used, that a lot of guys do call him out on that stuff. On the girls, like the zooming in part and the soliciting part. I know we already all know what goes down in Angeles City, but like, you know, it's pretty fucked up with like it's on camera and like the whole world to see it as well. Like that's
Well,
the thing.
like that creepy incident. I agreed with you on the one about Tim K confronting that girl that was at that coffee place. That was just so weird.
Yeah,
And
that's cringe as fuck. Like,
that
oh,
was
she doesn't
somebody's
like
daughter
me.
that worked in the back area, and he actually even said, "This is one of my oddest moments," or something. And it was like, it was, it was just weird for me on that too. No, sometimes, and George knows since I've been here as a female expat during the pandemic, the guys were doing a lot of talking head videos at, home. And then when everybody started coming into the country, I started seeing behavior that I would definitely say is on the cringe side as a female. And it's like, that one from Tim K recently was just, I was like, that is just so odd. But I came across that one video, some of the ones that you've shown of him that are just so weird. He's, and they, he was putting that behavior out there, like when he was drunk and different things. And it's like some of the content that is put out there is kind of crazy. And that's what channel like yours is for and ours is for. And no, I get that.
Yeah, and reading the comments again, it's a good division between the two. You have your anti Andy, and you have your anti Scott. Again, in all fairness, they're
Well,
both pretty much even.
yeah, I
Although,
just find it funny how I'm being labeled the troll, but like the guys that would never show their face. Like wouldn't like a
Right.
troll like just comment, and would never show their face, but like in my
Right.
channel, I'm usually showing my face and stuff.
Showing your face, right?
yeah,
Yeah, we discussed the troll side of the ones, and then it's funny that some of them, like I said, they'll be in here saying something, and then they'll be in the next person's room doing the same thing, and it's like it's
Yeah,
I think
they
it's
have
a
like two,
career.
3 devices on them and stuff, and
It's a career for some of them, but it what actually keeps the YouTuber busy.
right.
So
And like I said, some of you that are anti Andy, in his defense again, some of you wish you can be him. Like for instance, again, I could never be like Andy because I'm not built that way. But sometimes there are instances that I honestly wish I was him, and I can say my voice out loud, like for if somebody pisses me
He
off. You know what I'm
pulls.
saying?
He just pulls my string, and I'm
I pull
the.
my punches big time, if that makes any sense. And sometimes it kind of
Happens about twice a month. It's true.
not not like that. Too many crickets, man.
George, you about tore that trash guy up.
Oh
a
well,
couple
that's
weeks
different.
ago.
Okay, I did lose my cool with the trash guy. What he did was he's not our trash guy. He goes through our trash, steals our bags,
Rips them open.
rips them open, steals our trash bags, and runs away. And I've watched him on camera several times and in real life. Like I was standing on the balcony, like that son of a Mitch. He did it again, and then eventually I
He
lost my
waited
cool.
about 10, 12 times, but usually like he'll leave the trash can open because we have like oversized cans out there, and then they fill up with water if it rains, or just it's crazy. Draws all the flies, and finally he just ran out there and just had it out. I was like, this wasn't even George out there.
I cussed him out in Filipino. Just saying.
It was. I was like, wow, okay. So I only get to see that a few times a year, but
Right. But what I'm saying is, again, some of you that are trolling Andy, be aware. Sometimes you wish you were him. Just saying. I mean, in all fairness.
that's what we always said is about the people that actually keep it real. And we've always said he was one, Sunshine was one. There's a lot of things that people don't like about these vloggers, but they also like that Andy's brutally honest, that we're brutally honest, that some of them are. We're not hiding behind that beach scene only, and guys are arriving here and they have no idea what they're doing. They would be glad that some of us spoke up and said something, because I got like comments in the beginning that I was just whining too much about everything and look at this and look at that. But unfortunately, it's just all truth. So it just takes time to adjust. It's not for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Chosen one says, I like Andy now. It was a humble apology.
I kind of find it hilarious. Yeah, like some commenters, like especially these guys that are egging other bloggers on. They know that they do wrong, but they still egg them on. Like I told Scotty, like your subs are gonna get you in trouble because, like, especially on the live stream, like they tell them, do this, Scotty, do this one, and then Scott like, yeah, like when you're on the live, you get in a certain mode. You're like, yeah, it's different from your own persona, and you'll do things that because a lot of people find it acceptable kind of way, but then others who don't see it that way, who are not in that channel and that niche, can see it differently. But yeah, I find it funny with the trolls calling me a troll, though I'm the one traveling
Or they
around
sway with
Asia
the wind,
and the
possibly, is
beaches
what we
and
were talking.
going resorts and going all these other places.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just find it hilarious. But I'm keeping my face rough. Too fucking charge royalties. But anyways, I gotta go head out and I gotta go back to
Okay.
doing some belligerent stuff that I'm doing.
All right,
So,
my man.
you guys
All
have a good
right.
one. And
All
yeah,
right, thanks, Andy.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it so much,
Andy.
man.
We appreciate it.
chill out.
All right.
Chill.
All right. Later,
See you
man.
around.
It's Friday night, right?
Yep.
Not Friday. It's not Friday night for
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm